Hello and welcome to CamperIceland. In this video you will learn how a motorhome works. There are two batteries inside the vehicle. The first battery is for your engine and the second battery is for the camper. When you start the engine, your first battery will charge, but also your second battery will charge. The camper battery will never take energy from your engine battery. So if you waste all your battery in the camper, you can always start the engine. In doing this, your second battery will charge again. When you arrive at the campground, you can connect an electricity cable from your camper to the campground. Connecting your camper to a campground will charge both of your batteries. When you connect your camper to a campground, this is the only time that your power outlets inside your camper will work. The extra power cord on your cable is there as some campgrounds use different connections. If you need to charge something like a camera battery or a laptop on the road, it's best to bring an inverter with you. Follow the same steps in the video to connect your camper to the campground. The other end of the cable connects directly into the campsite. This is the control panel for your camper. Here you can turn on and off the lights, you can check how much water you have, you can see how much battery you have in your first battery and your second battery. Press this button to see how much battery you have left in your camper. The camper battery powers all of the electronics in the back of your camper. And press this button to see how much energy you have left in your engine battery. These plug sockets will only work when you are plugged into a campground. This is because these plug sockets need 220 volts to power them, and your battery is only 12 volt. In this side compartment you will find the gas bottle. The gas bottle is used for your stove, your fridge, your heating system and your water boiler. Now I will show you how to disconnect and reinstall a new gas bottle into your motorhome. On top of the gas bottle you will see an open and close option. Close the gas bottle before removing the pipeline connecting the gas bottle to the camper. After closing the gas bottle, disconnect the pipe from the gas bottle. When putting a new gas bottle into your motorhome, do the same but in reverse. Twist the orange pipe firmly into the gas bottle. Then after this, open the gas bottle. Make sure the gas bottle is open all the way so you have maximum pressure going into the camper. Now gas is going into your camper. After installing a new gas bottle, the first thing you need to do is turn on the stove. On this stove, turn the dial around towards the flame, then push the dial down to give gas. There's a button on the side that makes a spark. When you press this, the stove will ignite. If this button is not working, use the lighter that we've provided you in your camping kit. Let the stove burn for 1 minute to assure that there's no oxygen in the system. Now you are ready to turn on the heating system. Over the door is the heating system. Twist the dial on the heating system left to right to scroll through the options. To select an option, press the dial inwards. The flame represents your heating system. When you select this, you can scroll through the temperatures. To select a temperature and to turn on the heating system, push the dial inwards. There is a line above the heating system. When something is displaying on this heating system, it means something is turned on. The temperature symbol / water symbol is your water boiler. This works the same way as your heating system. Scroll through the options and select which one you want. The water should be warm in 25 minutes. This is your fridge. The fridge runs on gas. To turn it on, hold down the black switch, and when the black switch turns green, this is when you know your fridge is working. Make sure your fridge is selected on the flame. The option next to this is a bar that goes to 5. When you turn the bar to 5, this is giving maximum gas. If your fridge is not cold, turn it on bar 5 for 2 hours. After this, bring the bar down to 2. This will maintain the cold temperature inside your fridge. The next selection is giving you the option of keeping your freezer on or off. We recommend keeping your freezer on as it doesn't cost any more gas to keep it on. Above we have a fan. To activate this fan, turn on the aux button. This will now give you the option of blowing air into the vehicle or taking air out of the vehicle. Make sure that the hatch is closed before you drive away, as if you drive with any hatch open on the vehicle, the wind may blow this hatch off. Near to the door you'll find light switches. These are the main switches for the lights on the camper, but you will find other light switches around the camper. See in the video where these light switches are. In the video I will now show some things that are self-explanatory. These are 12-volt connections for the camper. This is where you would plug in your inverter. Make sure the aux button is on as to give power through these 12-volt connections. Make sure the roof windows are closed before you drive, as well as the side windows. There are two versions of the KSLIVER camper. Both versions are the same and have the same functions, except the back is a different style in both of these. This is how you pull the driver's seat around, as well as the passenger seat. Grab the lever and pull the chair around. Underneath the table you will find this lever. You can squeeze it and then pull the table left, right, forward and back. On this side of the camper is the water tank. Now I'll show you how to fill up the camper with water. Under the seat you can see the water tank. This is showing you how big the water tank really is, and this shows you where your fresh water is going. As I'm filling up this camper, notice how water is leaking from the camper. This should not happen on the roads, but if it does, I want to show you what button to press to stop this water from leaking from your camper. The reason water is leaking from the camper is because this here is a safety valve. When the temperature inside the camper drops below 3 degrees Celsius, the safety valve will release and it will start to drain your camper of all its water. It will first drain the boiler. This is in place to stop any damage due to freezing water inside of the vehicle. So turn the lever to the side position and press the button in. Now your camper is not losing any water. When your water tank is full, press the water pump button on the main control panel. Then open your taps and make sure the water flows out. This may take a few minutes as there could be air in the system. When you use water, water will go down the drains and into another tank. This is called the grey water tank. On the side or back of the vehicle you will find a pulley. This is connected to the grey water tank. Pull this pulley outwards if you want the grey water to escape the vehicle. To keep the grey water inside the vehicle, push the pulley inwards. This will close the seal on the grey water tank. When releasing the grey water from the camper, please be mindful of where you do this. It's best to do this at a campground or a designated area where there is a drain pipe. When you're releasing the grey water, all the chemicals that are inside this water that you've used will go onto the ground. So make sure to respect the environment that's around you. and be careful where you release the grey water. There is a button for the flush. Make sure that the water pump is on, and in some campers the auxiliary needs to be on. When you have these selected, press the button and then you will see the toilet will flush. This is how you use the toilet inside the camper. There is a lever below the toilet. Pull this left or right to open and close the hole inside the toilet. To empty the toilet, on the side of the camper there is another compartment. Opening this compartment you will find the toilet cassette. You can take this out of the camper and you can turn this pipe on top around. When you unscrew the cap, this is how you empty the toilet cassette. You can empty the toilet cassette at most campgrounds, and also in every town in Iceland there is a designated area to empty your toilet cassette. If you need to find a local place to empty your waste tank, ask the people at the gas station, because these people usually know the area very well. You've seen the bed that's in the back of the camper. Now I'll show you the bed that comes down from the ceiling. To bring the bed down, you must turn on the auxiliary button. Then, over the sink in this location, there is a switchboard. Pressing the switchboard down will bring the bed down. The bed has a ladder on it for easier access up into the bed. If you look under the mattress of the bed, there is a net that you can attach to hooks on the ceiling. This will secure you if you roll in your sleep. When bringing the bed back up, make sure you take the pillows off the bed, as to not squish them between the ceiling. If you do this, the motor could break or a fuse could break. So just when you're taking the bed up, make sure you take away the pillows. This camper is a manual drive. Before you start the engine, make sure that the handbrake is down and that the camper is out of gear. When you turn the key first, don't start the engine immediately. Wait for the lights on the dashboard to turn off before starting the engine, as this camper is a diesel and you must let the electrics warm up before you start the engine. In Iceland, you must always drive with the lights on. In winter time or in freezing conditions, we don't use the handbrake. When you pull the handbrake up in winter time, the handbrake will freeze and the back wheels will lock. Instead of pulling the handbrake up in winter time, just leave the car in first gear. If the car is in first gear, it won't roll. See the video to show you how to put this vehicle into reverse mode. When you're reversing, even if the camper has a camera at the back, make sure you get a passenger to come out and assist you with reversing. This is the best way to prevent damages on the back of the camper. Make sure to camp on a flat surface. In summertime, we suggest using the handbrake and also keeping the car in first gear. This just gives the camper two factors that will stop the car from ever rolling. In Iceland, the maximum speed limit allowed on the roads is 90 kilometers an hour. Please enjoy your time in Iceland and drive safe. There's a lot to remember about this vehicle, so make sure you share this information among the travelers who will be traveling with you on this trip. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you here at Camper Iceland.